So fluctuations in engagement can come from a couple different places. So if you do see any sort of fluctuations, usually it's because you boosted some content. You're supporting a stronger site structure, you're adding new pages of education and information about your products, your services, your industry, and this can bring influxes to engagement. It's a boost in click-through rate, average time on page, things like that. So these are things to look at. When you are, boosting your content, you just want to watch how the audience is engaging then with that content, and if it affects your engagement metrics positively or negatively. Another fluctuation in engagement can mean technical errors. Technical errors can commonly cause bounce rates to spike, uncovered 404s or site speed lagging, things like that. So definitely watch for that if you start to see negative fluctuations where your bounce rate's increasing and your time on page and average pages per session, et cetera, are not doing so hot. These are some technical things that you want to look out for when you see that type of fluctuation. So again, let's kind of talk positive growth or red flag. Unlike rankings, most fluctuations in engagement should be a red flag. In terms of it's abnormal to see engagement metrics have constant ups and downs. Like I said, you want to watch for steady growth. You don't want to watch for big jumps. You don't want to watch for constant roller coastering with these metrics. So you should also be signaled by those drastic drops or drastic spikes. A dramatic decrease in your bounce rate, while you think is a reason to celebrate, can actually sometimes mean there's often a technical error. Your Google Analytics tag is not tagged properly. Things like that can really affect a dramatic drop in your bounce rate. So like I said, even though at first you'd be like, yay, it could actually mean something bad, and you do want to double check that. Even when it comes to decreasing a number like bounce rate, you do want to see that kind of have more of a steady decline. Because again, just like spikes, drastic drops, even in metrics like bounce rate, aren't always a good thing, and aren't always what they appear to be. While growth jumps in engagement are usually positive growth. So after pushing some highly optimized content that you annotated in Google Analytics, or updating your site structure, and you can take increases as a sign there. As a sign you're on the right track. If you see month over month a nice amount of change, steady change month over month after implementing some sort of highly optimized content, just doing a general refresh, things like that, you can definitely look at that as a win. So even though we talk a lot about search visibility, ranks sometimes, still come back to haunt you no matter what. They are something that, a lot of companies watch, and it's definitely okay, especially if the keywords that you are targeting don't give you a lot of opportunity like Google features. So you do kind of have to stay old school with kind of looking to make sure that you are in a top rank to get the appropriate amount of traffic and be competitive with others in your industry. So that being said, keyword ranking fluctuations are definitely nerve-wracking. They are something that is a necessary evil in SEO, like a lot of things. What I will say about this is a couple pieces of advice. Do not check your keyword ranks day over day. Again, as SEO is transitioning to more about visibility than numbers, even when you are competing for keywords that don't have other visibility options, your keywords will fluctuate day after day, and you're just going to drive yourself crazy if you keep looking at them. The volatility of keywords and where you rank is just undeniable, and like I said, is a necessary evil. What is recommended is that you do take a look month over month of the average rank. So you do want to make sure that you're not banking too much on those fluctuations going crazy, and you are taking a look more so at the bigger picture average of your rank that month for a particular keyword. So like I said, keyword ranking fluctuations are completely normal. If you're adding strategies or undertaking new work, you should expect them. And they can be good if you see a keyword go from pretty much non-existent in the search results to 75 to 100 to 55, and then it starts kind of steadily going 44 and 32 and things like that. those are definitely good. A slow and steady climb often happens when you are pushing content, adding strategies, and putting new work on a site to help boost keyword rankings. You'll definitely expect to see fluctuations for a while. It's also very normal if you have not spent a long time or any time at all on the first page. So say you finally get that keyword to the first page. It's gonna take a little bit for you to hold those top spots for you to stay there longer term. So if you just got there, usually expect to see you may bounce out of that spot every once in a while over the next few months. Once you're able to really prove out your support and value for that keyword in those search results, you will be able to hold steady with that keyword rank. But definitely just expect those fluctuations. Get everyone on board to expect the fluctuations and know that they can be a really good sign. Now, as with anything in SEO, there are still bad signs of these types of fluctuation. So when it comes to keywords and holding ranks in search, fluctuation is usually a huge sign of growth. It takes hard work to get to page one, but it also takes patience. And even once you hit big time on page one, it's going to take a seasoned vet to stay on top for an extended period of time. So stay patient, stay vigilant, keep pushing quality content, keep doing your best or even better than that to make sure that you can hold that spot for a long period of time. And then, you'll be able to kind of ease up a little bit more after that. But can you still spot a red flag in keyword rank fluctuations? Yes, but it would need to be a drastic drop of multiple keywords for an extended period of time. Again, because of how volatile keywords can be, because of the fluctuations you can see so quickly within keywords day over day, week over week, month over month, quarter over quarter even, you want to make sure that you are only seeing drops that are pretty drastic and stay for a long time. If you do see a drop, and say you just get knocked out of the top 5 for a few weeks, a couple weeks, few weeks, a month, right? You do want to kind of watch to see if that next month it goes back up to the top 5. This can often happen when new competitors are in the industry, when new content is pushed that is considered high value. Things like that can kind of shake up the ranks a little bit, and they usually go back to normal. If you see they don't go back to normal and stay dropped for an extended period of time, it's time to do a little bit of refresh. If you are dropping out of the top 5 but still on page 1, certainly no reason to panic at all. Just take a breath and reevaluate how you can pivot your strategy to target that keyword again and become, again, a high authority, valued site for that keyword in those search results. Again, no reason to panic. Even if it gets knocked to page 2, there's always a strategy that you can push, some sort of refresh, some sort of optimization that can kind of help you get back onto that page 1 and into that top 5. Just means you got to get a little bit more competitive. Just means that there were a lot more search results that ended up stepping up their game, and you got to be just as competitive to get back up there.